20-minute time limit, and it will decide the #1 contendership to the Defiant Wrestling World Championship. Introducing first, from the West Country, weighing tonight 220 pounds, Justin the Hammer Sysum!
Justin Sysum was named the #1 contender after 2 consecutive victories in singles action against John Bad Bones Klinger, but when Rampage returned to Defiant unexpectedly last week, well, Sysum quite rightly said that Rampage should have the opportunity to become #1 contender too. So Sysum has put his #1 contendership on the line tonight against the former champion.
And that's a brave move, because you have to believe that Rampage, the former champion, he will do everything in his power to get back to the top of the mountain.
And his opponent in this #1 contenders match, from Leeds, weighing tonight 260 pounds, Rampage!
Rampage, a man we weren't sure if we would ever see again in a Defiant ring after he lost that world title controversially to Rory Coyle at Magnificent 7, but here he is with an opportunity to get that rematch he so desperately craves against the last true sick boy.
Here we have Alpha Male versus Superhero. What a main event here on Loaded, just days before Lights Out. Who's it going to be, Dave? Take your pick, Rampage or Justin Sysum. Who will face Rory Coyle in Leeds?
There's a lot of support here in Newcastle for Rampage. You can understand why. He has been the leader of our company of Defiant Wrestling for really almost its entire existence. He's been in the main event scene and obviously as champion for over 320 days until losing shockingly to Rory Coyle at Magnificent 7. But I think you've got to give credit to Sysum here as well. Sysum could have opted for what was going to be a 3-way match. General Amin was prepared to put both of these guys in there against Coyle, but Sysum quite rightly said if it's a 3-way, what Coyle would do is sit back and let these two take each other apart and then pick the remains, whereas this way we know it will be Coyle in a one-on-one match against one of these two.
Well, that would be the smart play from Coyle's point of view, but now it boils down to this: the main event, one-on-one, #1 contendership, and that's the key word there is one. There can only be one. It's either Rampage or Sysum. Might not be Sysum after that.
Sysum took a big strike there, and mate, I'm not sure if that may have been near the throat, you know, and the throat was injured by Klinger a little while ago, just over a month ago. Rampage goes for a cover, gets 2.
Rampage obviously, whether accidentally or otherwise, homing in on that injury, and it's only going to pay dividends the longer this match goes on.
Let's not forget the psychological toll here on Sysum of what happened at what was apparently the funeral of Rampage. It turned out to be less dead than Rory Coyle was suggesting.
I said last week that Rampage turning up at his own funeral, seeing a ghost.
Reports of his death were greatly exaggerated. It was a cover from Sysum, but Sysum was placed in that coffin, that casket, by Coyle and his henchmen, and it looked like Coyle had plans to set that casket on fire. So who knows what kind of sleepless night Sysum has had thinking about what might have been.
Rory Coyle has set Defiant Wrestling on fire with his antics lately.
Cross body from Sysum. Rampage out at 1.
Takes a lot to hold that man down. The size, strength, everything, the will, determination of Rampage. It's why he went almost a full calendar year as Defiant World Heavyweight Champ.
Well, you talk to the vast majority of the Defiant Wrestling roster and they will tell you that Rampage is a locker room leader, to use a well-used phrase, but not just in the ring, but every aspect of Defiant Wrestling's life. He's been such an integral part of this promotion, and many of the wrestlers back in the locker room will tell you he may well be the best heavyweight in Europe.
We'll get few arguments here, trust me on that. Rampage, a phenomenon. Oh, wow.
That is why.
There's living proof.
Catches Sysum in mid-air, spine buster. Rampage will go for the cover, got the leg hook. There's a 2 count, but it's not a 3 because Sysum gets the shoulder up.
Did you see the impact? Just in Sysum's body almost bouncing off the canvas. And Rampage stalking his prey. That's what it looks like from our vantage point. Picking his spots.
Boot from Rampage into the side of the head of Sysum, and Sysum is not looking quite so superhuman now as he is facing the reality of just how hard it is to put a dent in the armor of the longest reigning Defiant wrestling champion in history. Side suplex from Rampage. He'll go for the cover here, pressing the shoulders down, but Sysum kicks out.
A roar, an animalistic roar from Justin Sysum, trying to shake off the cobwebs. Rampage giving him no time to recuperate.
Maybe a roar of frustration as well, because Sysum is struggling to get a foothold in this match. Rampage is literally and figuratively all over him.
And we've seen this before. We have seen this before from Rampage. This complete and utter domination of his opponents. Again, it's why he was champion for so long. Dominated 2018.
Looking for the pile driver, and Sysum kicks him away. Great leg strength from Sysum, and that is a part of this match that's interesting because Rampage, such a powerhouse, he's not used to being up in there against someone with a similar level of strength to him, but he does face that situation here with Sysum. But Rampage nonetheless sweeping those legs away. Sysum in a precarious spot here, perched upon the top turnbuckle.
It's a long way down.
That it is. Rampage! Suplex from the top. Sysum bouncing off the canvas.
The big thing here for Rampage is, can he roll over, get that pin on Justin Sysum and punch his ticket to lights out?
Rampage does go for the cover. Sysum used that little bit of time maybe to just about get enough of his wits about him to kick out again.
Rampage taking the time to ponder his next move.
Look at him stalking Sysum. It just seems like Rampage has not missed a beat. He's going for the pile driver here once again.
One is all it takes more often than not.
Rampage sent to the outside. There's that power of Sysum I was talking about. Remember, this is a #1 contendership match. It's not a title match, so a count out will do. If Rampage can't answer the referee's count of 10, Sysum could win this via count out and go to lights out that way.
2,
Referee up to a count of 3.
Sysum starting to get his wits about him.
Rampage is up though.
Spot Sysum valuable time, however.
Referee up to 7. Rampage back in, and Rampage is, I was going to say Rampage is first with a punch, but maybe not. Here comes Sysum. Needs to have battled up and down the country in other places. It's their first collision here in Defiant though.
The superhero Justin the Hammer Sysum starting to feel it.
Sysum! Oh, caught in mid-air. Big boot from Rampage.
How aggressive was that?
Rampage plants it with the DDT. Cover by the former champion. Did he get a no?
So close.
Rampage a quarter of a second away, if that, from earning that title rematch against the man who took the championship from him, Rory Coyle.
Well, it must consume Rampage. Every night of his life since he lost that championship at the Magnificent 7, it must consume Rampage that he cannot fathom that he lost to Rory Coyle. He lost that record-setting championship reign.
Rampage once more applying that front face. I think maybe looking for another DDT. Goes to the short arm close, no one there. This time, Sysum gets the move he was looking for. This goes for the cover, hooks the left leg. Rampage kicks out. But that is the closest, I would say, that Sysum has been to victory since the opening bell.
Rampage still alive in this match. Again, Sysum trying to use the passion, the energy of this crowd in Newcastle to his advantage.
Measuring Rampage, but no one home in the corner. Back elbow from Sysum, great agility from Sysum, lands on his feet. Rampage gets the boot up. Sysum will catch the side slam. And now Sysum maybe going for that 450.
Yeah, look where Rampage fell. By accident or design, it's going to work either way.
The 450 degrees of rotation from Justin Sysum wasn't enough because Rampage moved out of the way. Catches Rampage with the cross body. Rampage though, rolling through.
No way.
Deadlifting Sysum.
Unbelievable power.
And now, hang on, Rampage. Tombstone pile driver on Sysum. And now, into the standard pile driver.
Head first.
Sysum is out.
That's got to be it, Dave.
If he can roll him over, Rampage is going to lights out.
Here is your winner, and now, #1 contender to the Defiant Wrestling World Championship, Rampage!
Rampage defeats Justin Sysum, and you know what that means. I don't know what this means.
Well, we're about to get an idea, I believe. There's no way that's coincidental.
I can't see a thing here. What is going on?
We need some lights. This is freaking me out.
Oh my, well the ring has been surrounded by these henchmen of Rory Coyle.
And one of them, yes.
Oh, it is Coyle. One of them is Coyle. And now it's a 4-on-1 assault against the man who will challenge Coyle for the world title Wednesday night in Leeds.
The lights out when Rampage won that match right there against Justin Sysum. Couldn't come soon enough. It's come already. Rory Coyle inside the ring with his minions.
Minions is the right word, and they're doing his bidding here, holding Rampage in place as Coyle looking to secure an advantage heading into Wednesday night. Lights out. Could be lights out for Rampage here. Rampage can barely hold the weight of his own head up. Rampage gets struck with the championship belt. The championship belt that was his for almost a year, now in the possession of the last true sick boy. Will it still be in his possession when we go off there Wednesday night in Leeds? Coyle versus Rampage for the Defiant Championship of the World. That's our main event at Lights Out.